Hey guys, welcome to the Smitty Adventures. This is part 2 of checking out the Streamlight TLR-1 HL and against the replica Harbor Freight. So today we're going to do a test. We're going to use my Taurus PT 24/7. It's a 9mm. We're going to start out with the Streamlight. We're going to do 250 rounds for each light. Then we're going to put it on the AR-15 and we're going to do about 100 rounds on each light. As you can see, we got brand new batteries. We're going to replace the batteries in each light, make sure they're fresh and they start out fair. Then I have an infrared thermometer, so we're going to check the temperature of each light, see if one overheats more than the other. This is the 9mm right here. We got 500 rounds, including my 4 mags, which holds 17. This is the 223. We got 5 full mags right there. So we're gonna start shooting, and we'll keep you guys posted. All right, guys, we're starting out. The first 17 out of the 250. As you can see, no one is behind the camera, so I'm not flashing anybody. This is the light. It is on. This is the Streamlight TLR-1 HL. We're gonna see how long it takes to heat up and make sure it doesn't overheat. All right, here we go. First 17 down. Next mag. Three mags down, 3 more to go. I've left the light on the whole time. It is warm, but it's not hot yet. After we do these 3 mags, we'll go ahead and check the temperature. I'm gonna see if I can get this on camera for you guys. Not sure if it's showing up on camera, but the hottest point so far is 98 degrees, and we've been running it the whole time. All right, we're going to go ahead and reload, and we're going to shoot some more. Got 3 more mags loaded. The last 2 sets we did was 102 rounds minus the 1 that jammed, so we're at 101 rounds so far. Light is still on. They say you're not supposed to run it continuously, but I really want to check it to see if it overheats or if the light stops, and the light is still going strong. So once again, this is the Streamlight. All right, 3 more mags. Three more down, time to reload. We're back, 3 more mags. So far we're 152 rounds in. Light has not turned off yet. It does feel warmer. We'll go ahead and check the temperature after I shoot these 3 mags. Three more down, time to reload. We're going to check the temperature on this light real quick. As you can see, it is still on. Hopefully you can see that. And oddly enough, the temperature is just 91.7. So it seemed to go down a little bit. And it's been running non-stop. All right, let's shoot some more. We got 3 more loaded. We got 47 more rounds to go, so we only have 13 rounds in one of the mags. As you can see, light is still on. It hasn't heated up more than what it's been, and I'd say it's been running for about 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and shoot. 250 rounds down. We'll go ahead and check the temperature of the light one more time. Then we'll go ahead and swap it onto the AR-15. Put a little more kick onto it. See how she does. Hopefully you can see this light. I'm going to tell you what the reading is. We're getting about 87.2. We do have a slight breeze, so it must be cooling it down a little bit, but it's actually cooler than about the first 15 minutes, which is strange. You see the little gunpowder residue on it? I'm not going to clean it till the very end. We're going to go ahead and put it on the AR-15, and then we'll go ahead and clean them both at the very end so you guys can see if one or the other repels better, or if the glass repels better. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. I don't have a lower Picatinny rail on this AR-15, so I just mounted it to the front. Hopefully you can see that. Not ideal, but at least we can put some ammo through this and see how she holds up. Let's check it out. First one down. Three mags down. Let's go ahead and load some more. You can see, light's still going, nice and strong, hasn't dimmed out. We're gonna run 100 rounds of AR-15 through each light, so we got 10 more to go. $250 rounds of 9mm and 100 rounds of AR-15. I think that's a good start. You guys end up wanting to see down the road when we get thousands of rounds down, we'll go ahead and do an update. But as of now, we'll go ahead and check the temperature. Once again, I hope you guys can see this. We're getting 88.4. So it's staying under 90 degrees and it's been on non-stop. So that's honestly not too bad. All right. As of now, we are done with the test on the Streamlight. We're going to swap to the Harbor Freight replica and run that through the ringer. Once we're done with those, like I said, we'll go ahead and clean these up, see which one gathered the most gunpowder, and we'll go from there. Next test is going to be the Harbor Freight light. Just want to show you that we are using brand new Duracell batteries, just to be fair on each light. So let's go ahead and load those up. All right, we're going to go ahead and put it on the 9mm and start stress testing this one. One more thing I wanted to show you guys is I had a couple people asking questions about how this light fits on the gun and how it sits, if it's tight. It is solid. This one has no movement whatsoever. Feels just like the Streamlight when it comes to mounting. All right, let's go ahead and turn it on. On. Now time to shoot. Three mags down, 3 more going. You see, light is still on. After these, we'll go ahead and check the temperature of the Harbor Freight light. $102 rounds down. We'll go ahead and check the temperature of the light and load 3 more mags. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but we are at 85.4, actually 86 now. All right, so far it's staying cooler than the actual Streamlight. So let's run some more rounds and see what happens. 102 rounds down, we got 3 more mags to go. Well, obviously more than 3, but we got 3 ready. You can see, light is still on. hasn't dimmed at all. So let's go ahead and shoot. Light is still on, still functions, no problem. We got 46 more rounds to reach 250 9mm. See, light's still going strong, and it still does not feel very warm. I think this one runs a little cooler than the Streamlight. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's got some gunpowder buildup. Seems about the same as the Streamlight. Let's go ahead and check the temperature. Ooh, okay. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says 107 degrees. So this one did get much hotter than the Streamlight. We're gonna go ahead and put it on the AR-15, run it some more, and see if she keeps going. We got the Harbor Freight light on the AR-15. We're gonna run it 100 rounds and see how she is. After I was done with the 9mm, this got up to almost 107 degrees, so let's see if she gets hotter. $60 rounds down. Let's go ahead and grab some more. 40 more rounds to go. As you can see, light's still going. And she is very hot. We'll check the temperature once we're done. $100 rounds down. Let's go ahead and check the temperature. She is almost 111.2 degrees. That is very hot. That's almost 20 degrees hotter than the Streamlight. So I guess that's a negative. I just want to show you guys proof. Here is all the 9mm. All the empty. And just so you guys know, we used one type of ammo because we wanted to be a fair test on both lights. We used the Blazer 9mm, 115 grain. And then the AR-15, we used the Winchester 223, 55 grain. Here's all the shells. So total, there's 500 rounds of 9, and we had 200 rounds of 223. So we did 250 rounds of 9 in each light and 100 rounds of 223. I think that's a fair test. Here is the Harbor Freight. Turn it on. You see, still works, no problem. This one did get about 20 degrees hotter than the Streamlight. Here's the Streamlight. Turn it on. See, still works, no problem. Light hasn't dimmed out at all. Each one we probably ran for about 30 minutes straight. If you guys stick around, we are gonna add a time lapse of both of these lights with fresh Duracell batteries. We're gonna run them and see if they can actually go the full duration of an hour and a half with non-stop being on, or if they can surpass it. So we'll go ahead and add that at the end of this video, so stick around for that. And once we get a nice clean up spot, we'll go ahead and clean these lights up, see if any of them collected more gunpowder than the other, and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. So as we said before, we're going to clean both of these lights. We're going to see if one or the other fared better and go from there. So they recommend to use a soft rag to clean the lens and the body of the lights. So there's a couple different options. I have an old undershirt. That is a good option. You can use a microfiber towel. Or what I'm going to do today is a pair of old socks. We're going to use this one because it's nice and white. You guys will be able to see what comes off of the lights. So, we have this REM oil right here. It has some cleaning chemicals inside it. We're going to go ahead and use this and see what comes off these lights. I'll go ahead and start off with just spraying it on the sock. We'll go ahead and start with the Streamlight. You can see there was not much on that one. Granted, we did only do 250 rounds of 9 and 100 rounds of 223, but I did expect to see a lot more gunpowder residue. Alright, you can see she cleaned up really nice. This is the sock we used for the Streamlight. We'll go ahead and use a fresh sock for the Harbor Freight light. Go ahead and spray some cleaner on there. I like this cleaner just because it does have oil in it as well. You see, this sock is quite a bit more dirty. And one thing I am noticing, I've cleaned and cleaned and cleaned on the end right here. But it does look like the paint or the powder coating on the end of this light has gotten a lighter color. So I don't know if the heat did that and made it kind of fade. At first I thought it was gunpowder, but it is not. So one more thing they do recommend is after you're done cleaning it, you want to make sure the bolts and the pieces that actually hold it on your gun don't rust. So go ahead and open that up. Then you got a pin right there. I'm just going to use some of this Hops 9 lubricating oil. Spray a little bit right there. Wipe that down a little bit, close it up. Loosen that. Go ahead and get the threads nice and tight. Thread it back in. Clean up any excess. And she's ready to go. Let's go ahead and do that to the Streamlight real quick. You see, it's all the way backed out. You just want to make sure you get the threads. Go ahead and thread it in. Make sure the lubrication gets all over that bolt. Wipe down the excess. And she's ready to go.